Have you ever felt like no one sees you? Like you're trying to be enough for everyone? At work, in your relationships, in your friend group? But no matter how much effort you put in, you're still treated like an afterthought? You're not alone. Many men silently struggle with this feeling of being overlooked. You do the right things, you stay consistent, you're reliable, yet it feels like people only notice your absence, never your presence. And what's worse, they take your kindness for weakness and your silence for indifference. But here's the truth most people won't tell you. Being invisible isn't a curse, it's a starting point. The real power lies in becoming unforgettable, and not by shouting louder or chasing approval, but by mastering a quiet strength that commands attention. This video is your wake-up call. We're not talking about cheap tricks or fake confidence. We're diving into 10 timeless Stoic secrets that will shift how the world sees you, and more importantly, how you see yourself. Because when you stop begging for respect and start embodying it, everything changes. People notice, people listen. And those who once overlooked you, they'll wonder how they missed your presence for so long. Let's break the silence and become unforgettable. 1. Embrace the power of stillness. In a world that rewards noise, chaos, and attention-seeking, stillness is power. The Stoics believed that calm is a superpower. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. When you're still, you're not reactive, you're observant. You speak less, but your words carry more weight. You're not swayed by every emotional gust of wind, you remain rooted. And that calmness? It draws people in. While others are scrambling to be seen, your silence creates intrigue. Your ability to remain centered in stressful moments makes people trust your presence more than someone who's always flailing for validation. So, the next time you feel invisible, don't rush to speak louder. Go inward. Stand still. Let your calmness command the room, because true strength doesn't need to yell to be heard. 2. Stop explaining yourself. One of the most subtle ways people lose respect is by constantly justifying their actions. But the truth is, when you over-explain, you sound unsure. The Stoics taught us to live in alignment with our principles, not other people's approval. Epictetus said, "If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid." This means you don't need to convince anyone of your value. Your life is your statement. If they don't get it, that's their loss. Let your results speak louder than your explanations. The man who is truly confident doesn't beg to be understood. He continues walking his path, regardless of who claps. When you stop explaining yourself, people may resist at first, but over time, they'll respect your boundaries, your certainty, and your strength. 3. Say less, mean more. We live in an era of oversharing, but mystery builds magnetism. One of the Stoic traits that instantly commands respect is the ability to say less and listen more. Seneca once said, "Speech is the mirror of the soul. As a man speaks, so is he." So when you speak, speak with purpose. Choose words that hit with intention. Don't rush to fill every silence with chatter. Silence, when used wisely, is louder than noise. The less you reveal about yourself, the more people become curious. The less you try to impress, the more powerful you seem. People remember not the man who talked the most, but the one whose words left a mark. 4. Respect your own time. If you want others to value you, start by valuing your own time. Stop showing up for people who don't reciprocate. Stop rearranging your life for those who wouldn't flinch if you disappeared. The Stoics were fierce protectors of time. Marcus Aurelius said, "You could leave life right now." Let that determine what you do and say and think. If you treat your time like it's cheap, others will too. Set boundaries. Be intentional with how you spend your energy. Show people, through your actions, that your life has direction. When you stop being available to everyone, you become more valuable to the right ones. 5. Be unbothered by disrespect. Here's a Stoic truth that'll set you free. You don't need to respond to every insult or disrespect. Epictetus taught, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Let people talk. Let them underestimate you. Let them laugh. Your reaction, or lack of it, says everything. When someone can't get a rise out of you, they lose power over you. Being unbothered doesn't mean being passive. It means you're too focused on your mission to be thrown off by petty drama. That unshakable mindset is what makes people rethink how they treat you. 6. Create, don't compete. Stop comparing yourself to other men. Stop trying to outshine others. The Stoics didn't seek dominance, they sought excellence. Don't waste what remains of your life in speculating about others, Marcus Aurelius wrote. Be the man building something quietly, his body, his business, his discipline, his character. Let others chase clout. You build legacy. That energy of quiet creation is magnetic. People may not notice you immediately, but over time, your progress speaks volumes. The man who is focused on building doesn't need attention. Ironically, he ends up getting the most of it. 7. Detach from outcomes. If your self-worth depends on results, likes, approval, promotions, someone choosing you, you'll always be a prisoner to other people's opinions. The Stoics mastered the art of detachment. They focused only on what they could control, their actions. Detach from needing to be picked, praised, or validated. Show up, give your best, and release the rest. When you stop needing the outcome, you gain freedom. And ironically, when you're unattached to approval, people respect you more, because the man who's already full doesn't chase what others are desperate for. 8. Build inner confidence through discipline. Confidence doesn't come from compliments. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. Every time you wake up early, train your body, finish what you start, or say no to temptation, you build trust with yourself. And that inner trust radiates outward. The Stoics believed that virtue was the root of confidence. Discipline sharpens you. It makes you stand taller, speak clearer, and walk with a different kind of quiet power. The man who respects his own standards will never beg for external validation. He is the validation. 9. Stop trying to be liked. Here's a brutal truth. The more you try to be liked, the more people sense your insecurity. The Stoics never lived for applause. They lived with honor. Seneca put it best. I know nothing more laughable than a man who values the opinion of the ignorant. When you stop trying to be liked and start focusing on being real, you become magnetic. Not everyone will like you, and that's a good thing. Some people will be offended by your boundaries, your standards, and your peace. Let them be. Respect doesn't come from being liked. It comes from being genuine. 10. Live like you're already enough. Finally, stop acting like you need to become someone else to be respected. You don't need to be taller, richer, louder, or more popular. You just need to stop hiding who you truly are. The Stoics didn't try to impress. They tried to live in alignment. That's what made them powerful. Start acting like a man who already respects himself. Because when you walk into a room with that quiet certainty, that calm belief that you're already enough, the world can feel it. And they remember you long after you've left. You don't need to chase respect. You need to embody it. Through stillness, purpose, and inner discipline, you'll go from being overlooked to unforgettable. Let others seek the spotlight. You become the fire that lights it. And one day, they won't remember the noise. They'll remember you.